ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with you for another special Champions League episode. And today we have our usual suspects, my friend Artie and my friend Hamza. And here is the question.
Fuck you. You're not gonna.
We got
Oh, we got our friend Isaac.
the man
And
behind the
he's
camera.
behind the camera. We can't see him. And here's the question of the day.
Started again.
Hamza,
Yes.
Roy Keane said in a Premier League game that I think it was the Man City versus Arsenal game. He said
The draw.
Haaland, apart from the goals, he has a touch of a League Two player. After watching him yesterday against Real Madrid and how he had his overall game, do you agree with Roy Keane or do you have to defend Haaland?
No, I don't agree fully with Roy Keane. I agree with the criticism he gets because a lot of the goals this season have come through lighter teams, not the top 6 teams. And in the Champions League, obviously, he doesn't perform against Real Madrid in 2 games. That also factors in.
You like that, don't you?
So, what?
That he doesn't perform against Real Madrid?
Of course, yeah. I like that a lot. But, I mean, Rudy always holds him down. So, it's more on our, praise to our defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I do feel like he has disappeared in big games this season, but that doesn't make him a League Two player. He's still the top scorer of the Premier League. He still has a lot of goals this season. I think he's like top 3, top 5 in the Golden Boot.
So they told Pep this exact this exact situation.
Question.
Yeah, and he said even when he's not scoring goals, he's tying up 2 defenders to free up other guys.
Space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So do you think that is a valid answer from Pep, or do you think he's just defending his player?
It is. I mean, it's both. He likes defending his players. He doesn't like to put pressure on them. Pep, he's known for that. At the same time, he's correct because when you see Pep's style, especially last season, the games that he didn't score, Haaland, he was still contributing to the plays. And what he does is suck in the defenders when everyone else is trying to make space around them. And you see a lot of goals for them last season where De Bruyne comes through the middle and then he shoots. That's freed up because Haaland has one of the...
Made that run?
Yes, Haaland has a run somewhere else where there's defenders around him, so it makes it more tough. So I feel like he is correct. And I mean, Pep knows best how to deal with him because last season, 3 trophies. This season already they have the European Super, they have the World Cup, they already have 2 trophies, Premier League, maybe another one. So he knows how to play with him. They've been doing well just because he held him down, or Real Madrid held him down in the 2 games.
Game.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean that he's a League 2 player.
Artie,
Yes.
who do you think underperformed in the Man City Real Madrid game, and who do you think stepped up from both teams if you combine both?
Well. I think from Man City, I think Foden underperformed,
Foden.
in my opinion. I thought he would be a bigger player at home, especially against Madrid, because he was a really good last game,
Okay.
Like I said.
So do you think he underperformed? So do you think he underperformed more than Haaland, or was Haaland the bigger underperformer?
I think over the 2 matches, I think Haaland was the bigger underperformer, but in that game was Foden, I think.
Okay.
I think Haaland should have played a bigger role in the first game in Madrid.
Okay. And who was your top performer from both teams?
It's definitely going to be someone from Madrid, and it's probably Rudiger. He held it down.
Because he scored a penalty?
No, he held it down. He held down the Man City attack very well. I think he, orchestrated the backline pretty well. And I don't know, everybody, even though they conceded 3 goals in the first game and 1 goal in the second game, I think overall, when it was time to play out those extra 30 minutes in the extra time of the second leg, I mean, they locked it down, against Man City.
Yeah,
who have Alvarez come on, who have Doku come on.
Yeah, he took
2
off Haaland,
fast
yeah.
and tricky forwards, very, very, very good. But they held it down.
Yeah, it's crazy with these games, man. it's true. Like the best team is not necessarily the winner.
Mhm.
Carragher,
Yeah,
what Carragher said.
like
I disagreed
Man
with
City
that.
was the better team,
Oh,
but they don't win.
Overall,
Arsenal was
yes.
the better team, but they didn't go through.
But what do
Yes.
you mean? But how are they? How are they the better team if they couldn't score? Like if Ancelotti's plan was to take it to penalties, and
It
for him
wasn't his
to,
plan to take it penalties.
if his plan was to draw it up and take it to penalties because he was in Manchester and they were pressing a lot, well, I think he executed a plan to success, and that's the plan to like defend and see if they can take over the team. And not to mention they did have counters here and there, Real Madrid, but it just wasn't like as much. So I think I think the best team wins. They had their chances. Man City had their chances, and they had opportunities, and they have a squad that's
Hold on, you're telling
100%
me
capable.
Madrid played a better game than Man City?
They had a better strategy.
What's the strategy?
The strategy was to defend and take it to penalties. Clearly,
That's literally a strategy because the other team dominates your game. So your strategy is to use
Yeah,
their
well,
strategy against them.
yeah, and it worked well. So he's using like strengths that are gonna match up to the strength of Man City. Man City's strength is the offense, right? So how do you match up to that? You put a lot of players. Like look at that. There's all of them. All of them are defending, but it's
Carvajal had to deal with two top wingers.
very. And
Two
but you
top
know what?
players.
Doku got the better of him at
Yeah.
times. Grealish, he controlled him a lot better, but with Doku he has
Because
like a
Grealish was
very
being
fast
nice
pace.
to him. Grealish was like
He just doesn't attack him.
he was warming him up.
He doesn't try to. He
It was
doesn't
like a
try
warming
to.
up.
He doesn't try to take him 1-on-1. If you notice, he never takes him on 1-on-1. When you were sitting, I even told you this. He never takes him 1-on-1. Doku doesn't get afraid to take him 1-on-1. Like throw the ball there and then like
He's more unpredictable.
speed. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
I think it's because he's just faster than Grealish too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Grealish
probably
is
that
more
too.
like it's like fancy.
Yeah.
Skillful,
Like-
yeah.
Silky player.
Yeah, he's a silky guy. He
Yeah.
just
Silky.
yeah, he's gonna beat you with more space, but with little space, like he can cut in and take a shot, but it was just never on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm upset. English teams are out.
Mhm.
It's really
No
Nah.
English final in
no
Wembley.
English final, no Barcelona. I mean, my personal best option now is Dortmund and Bayern Munich to meet in the final.
Oof.
The same way they
A
did 11
repeat-
years
Same
ago.
way they did
Repeat
Wembley.
of
In
2012,
the same
2013.
2013 in the same stadium.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, like the best team doesn't go through. Like Atletico, on paper is a bigger dog than Dortmund.
Honestly, only on paper because in the second game, Dortmund played really well. In that second game, they took great
Germany.
advantage of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And me and Artie talked about that when you were gone about how Dortmund may flip it around.
Sancho,
Yeah.
man, I'm happy for Sancho.
Yeah.
He's
What did I
back
say?
to life.
Yeah,
What did I
he
say?
predicted it, and you also predicted they were gonna turn it around.
Yeah.
And they did. Yes.
I think he was the player who kind of changed Dortmund in a way. Yeah. In the attack, you know.
Yeah. Ademi, I like him too.
Yeah.
Ademi, he's a fast winger.
I really like what's their name. The guy who came from Chelsea to play left back for Dortmund.
For Dortmund,
Madsen.
Yeah.
Madsen.
Madison.
No, Madsen.
Madsen. Oh, okay.
from Chelsea.
Yeah, he came from
Young
Chelsea.
guy? The
Young
scored?
guy.
The guy
Yeah,
that
yeah.
scored?
The guy who scored. Yeah.
Oh, the guy that went nuts. Yeah.
yeah, he's good too. He's good too.
Yeah, I'm
But-
sad to see my boy Griezmann out. Griezmann is one of my favorite players. I really
Really, eh?
hoped his move
Off.
from Atletico to Barca and Barca to Atletico to be more fruitful for him.
Yeah.
It could turn out to be anything but. But yeah, I really.
What's so upsetting about Griezmann is he's never won the La Liga.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I
And
meant.
he's been in it since
Yeah.
2009.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, 2009 he was with Real Sociedad
Yeah.
Damn.
up until 2014, and then when they won the league, they bought him. And then after they bought him, they didn't get the league until 2021 when he was with Barcelona.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I personally think it's no trophies anymore for Arsenal and Liverpool. Do you?
City are gonna win the Premier League.
I think City will win the Premier League, in my opinion. What do you think?
This is a tough choice because I want to say like still gonna push for Arsenal to win, but
But it's not in their hand.
it's
Like,
not in their
do
hands.
you think City will
exactly.
lose points?
Maybe to Tottenham.
Yeah, but that's the last game of the season.
I know. Could go down to the wire
Ah.
if they keep pressure.
If I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the season's gonna be wrapped with 2 games to spare, probably.
So, what do you think Arsenal went wrong against Aston Villa?
It's
Oh man,
it's at this time of the season. They just.
But how do
crumble,
you
man.
set up
Every
your
it's
team?
single-
2 games. They just ruined
Yeah,
everything.
Every
just-
single
But
season.
how do you
they're like
keep
this.
going into this, like into these games, dude? These are your biggest games of the season so far. You know, because you're trying to keep ahead in the race for the Premier League, and you want to stay in the Champions League. How do you guys go out and lose by 2 goals to Aston Villa?
Aston Villa is harder
Yeah.
to lose to than Crystal Palace,
Props to them, yes, and Crystal Palace.
and they're at home too.
Yeah, but if you're challenging for number 1 spot, you have to come and play like you're number 1.
They did. To be honest, Arsenal had them in the first half. They had all the chances.
But
like,
They just didn't capitalize on it.
but they created. Yeah, it's just the finish wasn't there. That's why they don't have
Yeah.
a real
But
striker.
Zayn-
He said this
don't
yesterday.
have a striker.
He
The
The
said-
people who finish these chances are the ones who are gonna win the league. You know, the teams. That's the small margins.
use the
right there.
opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So what do you think? You think Arsenal needs a striker?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it'd be nice to get someone like Paqueta.
Paqueta.
Or
Paqueta's not
even-
a striker though. He's a
Paqueta-
midfield.
Yeah, but you know that number 10 guy. He's gonna go in there and
We have
or
Odi for
Griezmann.
that.
Griezmann. I like to have Griezmann in Arsenal.
I think Griezmann is more like a Havertz, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm just throwing names that I
Oh,
would
okay.
just slot in that middle spot.
Personally, because
like-
look, he yesterday they asked him after the match, Arteta. They said like, what is it that's going wrong? And one of the things that he mentioned was how he doesn't have a player that scores 30, 40 goals every season. He mentioned that himself. So I think he's now looking for that one player that's going to get him 30, 40 goals. I think, in my opinion, they should sell Jesus and Kai both.
Mhm.
And maybe try to get like a 9, or maybe sell one of them and then make the other as a sub. But you need like a solid 9, you know, like someone like Haaland or even like Nunez.
Would
someone
Isaac,
like him.
Alexander Isaac, would do it?
Newcastle?
Yeah, he'd be interesting to see in Arsenal. I don't know if he'd necessarily fit, but I mean Newcastle, they kind of have the same like build up as Arsenal. They try to build it up from the back the same way as Arteta does. So maybe
Who else?
I was looking at.
Tony, you haven't sent Tony yet?
Tor-
Ivan Tony?
Oh yeah, Ivan. Yeah.
I don't know, 40 mil for him?
Yeah.
They won't let him go for less than 100.
No.
No,
bro, they
he's
won't let him
28
go
years
for
old, and I
100.
think he's on his last year. of
Who
the
said
contract.
that? He's
The coach.
he said they're not gonna let him go for under 100.
Yeah, Brentford coach.
Oh.
Dude, I won't be surprised. Like at least
100 mil
60
for him?
at least for
Is
that
it-
guy.
Is it because he's English? Like it's that much,
Well,
or is it
how
because
many,
he?
last season I think he got 20 goals. This season, I don't know his number exactly,
but
but
100 million. Come on, man! Barcelona got Suarez in 2013 and
for
20,
80.
2014 for like 70 or 80.
Yeah, but that's 2017 numbers.
No, that's 2013, 14. Even
Like
more.
yeah, 20 like back in the day numbers.
Yeah.
Inflation numbers are coming up.
Pre-inflation, yeah.
Okay,
Before the gas prices went up.
so Dortmund, PSG. I know in the life of soccer you can never predict anything. We're all sitting here looking like fools because we didn't predict none of this stuff. We didn't predict any of the things would happen.
No, we predicted Real Madrid.
You did.
No, you did too. You said Real Madrid too. He's the only one that didn't say anything for that game.
Yeah.
But we predicted everything
Yeah.
else
Yeah.
incorrectly.
Yeah. So now Dortmund, PSG. What are your thoughts?
I mean, they're coming back from, they're coming back because they played this game already in the group stages.
Did they?
Yeah.
Right.
PSG, Milan, and Dortmund were in the same group.
Right.
So, I think Dortmund topped the group, and they had a win against PSG there.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're correct.
So Dortmund topped the group, PSG came second. So I'm saying this is a 50-50 in my opinion. It could go either way. I don't know if PSG is set up to play against such teams like Dortmund. Dortmund is a chaotic team. There's these fast wingers coming at you, you know.
I'm honestly I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
black and yellow.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say PSG.
No, I'm gonna go for Dortmund.
Who's gonna stop Mbappe?
You know, no, you know why? Mbappe had that much space. He had that much comfort against Barcelona because of the red card. I think everything had to do with the red card. Even Enrique came and he said something about how even if the red card didn't affect, and that if it wasn't there, we would have still made a comeback. I doubt it. I doubt in Barcelona they were gonna make a comeback. I think that red card had everything to do with it. It switched right after that. And I think if Dortmund in their stadium we saw against Atletico, they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
They're pretty solid. Atletico's defense is not that like easy to break through, especially in like gritty games like that.
I think they still don't have a loss at home this season.
In the Champions League,
All games.
no, they have.
They
They
have?
lost against Stuttgart in the Bundesliga
home?
like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Did you say Dortmund that don't have a loss at their home?
I don't know. I think there was a stat I read.
No.
No, in Champions League. In Champions
Or maybe
League.
Champions League. Yeah. Yeah, no, not in the normal league. So yeah, that has to be a factor. I mean, these guys, PSG, they didn't play like wow, to be honest, over the two games.
I think they got lucky, to be honest. Without that card, I don't think they're winning or making it through.
I mean, they took advantage. They did. You guys got a red card. They took advantage of it, and but I have Dortmund. I think it's going to be an upset, and I think it's going to be black and yellow in Wembley 11 years later.
I hope so. Let's see how.
The way that things are looking, I think Madrid is gonna win the Champions League.
Well, now they're instant favorites, right?
So Bayern Madrid.
Yes, Bayern and Madrid.
It reminds me of that game when Ronaldo scored like a hat trick,
to
Mhm.
2017.
and he scored that free kick under the wall.
That's 2014.
Yeah, they got, and then, you know the one where he scored and he went like this.
That's the same game, the hat trick game. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not the
Yeah.
hat trick game. Sorry, the free kick game. He didn't
Yeah.
score a hat trick that free kick game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's that's a really.
I mean, Rudiger against Harry Kane. Rudiger should be scared because Harry Kane loves it when someone gets like on his back like that physical.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Kane knows how to roll players, use his body against them. Like he's got that down. Like he knows him.
Well,
from
they
his
already
Chelsea
played
days.
against each other.
Yeah,
when
he knows him
was
from his
in
Chelsea days, and
yeah.
Harry Kane has his number for sure.
I'd like to see I'd like to eventually pull up the stats for when Harry Kane faced Rudy in Chelsea when it was Tottenham and
I hate when
Chelsea,
you call
and they
him
were
Rudy.
both Rudy.
Yeah.
Why Rudy?
He's not
It's
your
like
dog.
Rudy. It's not because he's a dog. It's just a nice nickname for him.
Yeah.
Rudy. So the stats of how when they were both starting playing against each other, what were the results at that time? That would be
Yeah.
pretty nice. I don't think he's afraid. I think now he has like all the confidence after shutting down
Yeah.
Man City.
I think mentally, like club versus club, like historically, these are like huge matchups. It's bigger than a Man City Madrid matchup. I mean, like just like in terms of the fan, like man, like I watched videos of Madrid fans leaving the Manchester City stadium,
Yeah.
and they're saying like your fan group, like they weren't behind them as much as other historical clubs are behind their
Are you
team. Like,
talking about Man City?
yeah, Man City's team when Madrid was playing, they were like not as
Into
backing
it.
up. They're not backing up their team as they should be. Like the noise was coming from the Madrid small corner of the,
Yeah.
in the stadium. But
That's-
now with Bayern Munich, like the atmosphere, it will be, you know,
Mm.
it will be there. It'll be ready for a big battle. And like I'm looking at in my head, I'm picturing like Musiala, like Sane, like Kane and
I'm picturing
Kimmich.
a win in both legs
For Madrid?
for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I feel like they have their number pretty
I
well.
think I don't know about this Bayern Munich team in this current season. I'm not sure they're either hot or they're cold. And in Champions League so far, I don't know, that game against Arsenal, they kind of scraped it a little bit, you know. I think if a bigger team comes and just capitalizes on their mistakes, it's gonna be Real Madrid, right?
That's the feeling that I'm going for because they've been having mistakes throughout the whole season. So
Yeah.
that's why I feel like Real Madrid would have an easy game in both legs. But You never know.
Who's the top scorer in the Champions League?
Now it's Mbappe.
8?
Yeah,
Okay, so let's stay Mbappe.
it's
Who's
Mbappe.
behind him,
yeah.
you know?
I don't know. I think no. I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is the. I have Real Madrid going through, winning both legs, and I also have Dortmund upsetting, and then Dortmund Real Madrid
You like that, don't you?
for the final.
You like
No, it's a final. You never know. It's it doesn't matter. Obviously, they're gonna be favorites. I'm gonna be hoping it's gonna be an easy match, but finals actually make me nervous because you never know.
When did Madrid face PSG? Was that a semi-final of last year or the year before?
It was
that?
in 2022, round of
Semifinal?
16. No, it was round of 16.
No. They played a decider. Remember when they Mbappe scored the goal and Madrid scored in the last minute and they won the game? Remember when Mbappe in the home leg, or was it in Spain? 90th minute, he was cutting from the left. He beat
Yeah, that's
two guys.
That's 2022. That was in their stadium. They won
in
1-0.
Spain, right?
No, that was in France. And then in the return leg, Real Madrid won 3-1.
Right.
Benzema scored a
That was a
hat-trick.
group stage.
That was round of 16.
Round of 16. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
You sure it was around of 16?
100%.
What
Messi didn't go beyond the round of 16 with.
He was there.
He was there.
He was in PSG.
He was in PSG. He missed the penalty. Where were you?
I don't
What were you
remember-
doing?
I don't remember
Real,
details like
Real Madrid
that.
against PSG 2 years ago. That wasn't like that long ago.
Yeah,
It's
but
by
there's so
memory.
many like.
So in the first leg, it was in Paris. Obviously, they dominated the ball and everything, and then they also got a penalty.
Neymar was there too.
Neymar was there too. Yes,
Damn.
they got a penalty. Messi shot and Courtois saved it. But then in the last minute, Mbappe scored that goal that you're talking about when he cut
Yeah.
in. And then in the return leg, Mbappe scored another goal in the first half. So it was like 2-0 on aggregate. And then Karim Benzema happened, baby.
Scored a hat trick.
Hat trick.
One of them
17
is
minute
penalty?
17-minute hat trick. With PSG. With PSG. No. Wait. No, I don't think so.
I don't remember.
No, I remember a penalty with Man City.
Chelsea.
I think Chelsea as well.
Apparently, Benzema hasn't scored since December now in Saudi.
No, he scored. Oh, in the Saudi League?
Yeah.
Oh, that long.
Yeah. And people are like upset with him, and he's like.
The supporters, you
yeah,
mean?
Yeah. Like he's like, I'm not
So I
the
have to
same
put a
guy,
better
and
team,
I need
yeah.
a team beside me. You know.
Oh, I heard that, yeah.
Yeah.
But he has Kante. He has Fabinho on his team.
Man,
he has.
Like, it's not like us fans. Like we watch players and we like put them on this pedestal, but like before that, a player is put on a pedestal, either a high pedestal or a low pedestal, depending on the club he joins.
Yeah.
So like you can find top players playing for I don't know like Stuttgart but they just don't have the platform or the club to back them up and to perform in certain things and have a certain style.
Do you feel like that's what's happening?
With Benzema, yeah, like he was this guy because of the team he was in, and now he's in another team where it's
It's not the
you know,
same.
that's the same thing happened with Henderson. Like he wasn't. It's not his.
It's not his
vibe.
environment.
It's not his vibe.
Yeah.
They're like a little too competitive. Is it? Is it like too competitive or too like?
You just can't grow in certain environments. You don't grow like. Same with English players. I feel that's why they don't leave the Premier League. It's because they can't grow in certain environments that are
Different,
foreign to
yeah.
them, and that's why Bellingham gets so much praise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he's been in 3 leagues.
Yeah, and now that I've like, you know, like as a soccer fan, a lot of influence I get from people is through the English media, English punditry.
Yeah, you've said that before.
Yeah, and your perception and your narrative, you start to adopt their narrative. You start to think that their words and what they say
That's correct.
is the truth of how
Okay.
things are. And then you might encounter another narrative of Spanish or German and stuff, but because the language is not accessible, you don't really buy into it as much as the English one.
As the first one, yeah.
But now that I step outside of the narrative of the English one a bit, I realize that like most English media, they back up their players a lot. Sometimes
Okay.
undeservedly. Sometimes players they don't deserve to be given this like, oh he's world class, oh he's a top talent.
But then
Yeah.
the media is really good.
But
so
but like
that's
the
what
English
hypes
guys,
them.
they have to like back their English young guys to like dominate the world of punditry.
Of course,
you know?
yeah.
Because it's something Xavi said. He said English media, they hype their players too much. Like we have,
Yeah.
if not better, players in Spain. But it's true. Like it doesn't really like if you buy into like English media so much, you might miss this fact. So you have to like back up and realize that everyone's speaking from a certain narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people like Cole Palmer. Sure, he's doing amazing and stuff, but he's doing it in a dysfunctional team.
He is. He is. Have you seen those memes of how like he's like a golden piece of like
What?
a forget it. No.
No, say it now. I want to know. I want to know now. He's like a gold piece in the dump. Yeah, like that.
I don't want to say it, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the meme.
Buddy,
I'll
that
put it.
stuff-
I'll put it so
That stuff that happened with the penalty kick, that was ridiculous.
that was chaos. Yeah,
That was
Jackson
ridiculous.
should
He
be
started that, eh?
Jackson should be ashamed. Yeah, it's not
but
that.
that's
It's not that
crazy.
serious.
Bro, take this in. You're a grown man playing for a Premier League
What
team.
grown man? They're kids.
I mean, yeah,
They're
they
21, 22 spoiled kids.
They're not spoiled. They're working hard.
Yeah, they're working hard. They're earning millions of dollars, and they get the fanciest things. And
Are they not embarrassed, bro? There's so many people in the stadium.
Yeah, and you're
then
winning
they're gonna
5-0.
talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
5-0.
that too. You're
Yeah.
winning like by a lot.
but that's Jackson's argument.
like
Like that he
even
needs the goal.
exactly. Yeah,
because he's
even
5-0.
yeah, it's on both of them. It's not only on one of them. Even
Yeah.
like Palmer, like, bro, he wants to take it. It'll like boost up his confidence. You know, I remember one time in like the Spanish national team, Ramos gave it to Morata, and he was like, "Here, you haven't scored in a while, young lad," and he took the penalty.
Remember
and-
in 2009, Madrid and Alonso had that fight too. Ronaldo and Alonso had a fight. He's like, he comes up to him. He's like, "Oh, let me have
Which
the
Alonso?
penalty."
Oh,
Xabi Alonso.
yes.
You remember
I
that?
know exactly. what
Xabi
you're
Alonso and
talking about.
Ronaldo, they were fighting, and I think Xabi Alonso ended up taking it,
Yes, he did.
and he scored, and Ronaldo was pissed. This is one of those like clips that you see. You don't remember that, eh? You don't remember the bad things about your team.
No, I just maybe if I see the clip, I might
Yeah.
remember it. But like just you talking about it, no, and you don't put energy into the stories of Real Madrid either. Like when you speak about Barcelona, you're like very happy and
Yeah.
gloomy, you know.
Yeah.
With Real Madrid,
Like
you're
for
more
example, when Messi
uh,
gives a penalty free gift to someone else, or when he passes a ball on the penalty for someone else. Like,
Yeah.
have you ever seen that in Real Madrid?
like, no, we don't need to do that. That's
No,
too
we don't need to
much.
do
It's
that.
extra.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna give it to the person that's gonna be scoring, just let him take the penalties.
Yeah.
What's the point? Just let's put out a show,
Surprise
guys.
element,
Let's
yeah.
put out a show. Let's
Put
just
on a
let,
show. That's what
let
we
me
do.
pass it to him and woo.
It's a show.
Yeah, it's not necessary, not needed. It's no
It's
reason.
something that keeps the sport fresh.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it does. It gets onto the internet and people are like, "Whoa, that's such a sick move," and you know,
Yeah, they go viral for like a few days and then that's it.
it's an inspiration.
But let's talk about something that's more intense, though.
Uh-huh.
Okay. El Clasico. Is in
Saturday
3 days. Sunday.
Oh,
3 days. All right. So
in Madrid.
in Madrid, yes. So official prediction: who's the winner? Sunday, Santiago.
Carvajal's out.
Is he?
Well, he lived. He couldn't finish the game.
I think that was
Extra time.
only like normal cramps. There was nothing. I didn't hear anything official.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't hear it either.
Uh,
Is Ake back?
what? Okay. Classico.
Bro, I was thinking about Man City.
Yeah.
Real Madrid game.
No.
Okay, I'm
So
trying to
bad,
picture the lineup first. So they all played 120 minutes.
Modric has energy.
No, you're not gonna put Modric on a
Cruz,
Clasico.
Cruz has energy too. Cruz didn't finish 90. He was sub before the 90.
I don't know. I just think those two Champions League games were so demanding.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Okay, first you asked me what's my prediction. I'm trying to think of it in two ways, but the thing that's coming at me is Barca's on a low and Madrid's on a high. Like you left the Champions League, they continue a Champions League, and they're top of the league and they're second in the league and they're a bit behind. So
8
in
points.
terms of the arch of the story of the season so far, Barca would be in a slump. But if you put that to the side, and you just look at the forms of the teams. Let's just look at the form of Barca before they lose to PSG. Let's say they won 3-2. Like if it's that Barcelona with that type of play against Madrid at their best, you know, I can see like a 2-2 in the Bernabeu.
Okay.
I would say 2-2 as well.
Yeah, you're thinking draw?
2-2 in the Bernabeu.
Yeah.
Barca could win too. I mean,
Not a big score, I think.
who'd you start?
For Barca?
Yeah.
Ter Stegen, Koundé, Araujo,
Koundé, Araujo,
Pau Kubarsi,
Kubarsi, yeah. Okay.
Cancelo on the left.
Okay.
Pedri, I think you start Christensen and holding mid,
Really?
and Gundogan as Pedri's
No
second
De Jong?
center mid. Off the bench.
So you're putting Christensen over De Jong?
Yeah.
That's quite
It's
big.
been working pretty well, and I think if Real Madrid likes to attack so much, especially with their midfield, it would be better to put Christensen than any other, like Frankie de Jong, because Christensen is more focused on defending, right? So he's just adding that extra layer of defense before the
Attack.
center backs.
All you gotta
get
worry
rid
about
of it.
Madrid is their counter attack.
Exactly. So you need
Like,
that,
you just
you
need
need
those
that
two good-
holding mid.
You need Araujo on Vinicius.
Yeah.
So
Koundé is well on his side, so.
so
needs
Koundé
to
is
be
the center
held.
back.
No, Koundé is the right back.
So Koundé is on Vinicius.
Yeah, and they switch sometimes with Araujo.
Araujo, yeah,
Yeah.
they do, yeah.
Who's your front three?
Gotta be Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and Robert Lewandowski.
Don't tell me Robert Lewandowski, man. I don't get why Joao Felix doesn't get in. Like, I rate Joao Felix a lot.
But he's better off the wing. I mean, coming off the side.
Joao?
Yeah.
He's not center?
He's
not
in center.
He's a drifting center. So usually he's the best when you play him behind a striker, but he likes to drift to the left a lot. So he's kind of like Griezmann. Griezmann goes to the right side, if you notice a lot.
Personally, I think he would be good in the middle, but I think his problem is his form. I don't think he's been like performing well for him to start. I think that's the only reason why. In the beginning of the season, Robert was in a slump, so Joao started and he scored and he got like goals, but I don't think Joao is being consistent. This is why he hasn't been starting him. I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. I don't think it's like, I think the chances, it's nothing technical, but more.
We need Xavi to chill out, eh?
I know.
He's getting too
He's
excited on the
he's getting
sideline.
A lot of red cards.
He's getting too much. It's like he's like forgetting his like calmness
I
and his
know.
playing style, and he's like, it's almost like he's leaving, so therefore he's like throwing this bomb and bomb and bomb and bomb.
It's like he doesn't care anymore.
Why do you think that being such a calm player, he's not as calm as a coach?
Well, he's learning his trade. Like he's kind of letting it get to his head. Like I think one day he's gonna look back and he's gonna be like a bit, you know, I don't want to say embarrassed, but like might regret it. But at the same time,
Yeah.
that aggressiveness, he's trying to get something out of it. He's trying to like sacrifice himself for the team. Like he.
Yeah, but you.
That's the beautiful thing about these Barcelona La Masia generations is they sacrifice themselves for the team. Like when Piqué took a salary cut and Busquets and
Sergio Roberto too.
yeah, like these types of actions is what makes you like a club. Yeah. Who would you start from Madrid?
So we have Lunin. Solid, very solid goalkeeper.
Spanish,
This
right?
guy.
No,
No,
he's
Lunin's from
Ukrainian.
Ukraine.
Really?
Yes. And then if Carvajal is there, obviously he's our right back.
If he's not,
If he's not,
Rafinha will have fun.
maybe. The right.
Nacho?
He'd have. Oh no, Vasquez probably.
Vasquez.
Vasquez is usually the second option, yeah, because Vasquez
Yeah.
plays right back. So
Okay.
Carvajal, if not, then Vasquez, and then we have Rudy. Rudy, and then I'd put Militao, because Militao I think is like
Is he back?
now. He's fully back now because he subbed in, right, for in the game.
Who
did-
played? Who
yeah.
played? Huh?
Who played in the center back?
Yeah.
No?
Who played with against City just now? Rudy and who?
Choumeni played
In the
first
first leg.
leg.
Who played in the second
Nacho.
leg? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
Capitan.
I don't know. Nacho sometimes with Barcelona he gets slippery. He loses the ball.
Yeah,
So
he has a.
if Militao is back, I'd rather start Militao. If not, then obviously Nacho, club legend. Why not? And then on the left you got Mendy. Mendy's healthy. Mendy's good. And then in the mid you have Camavinga.
Okay.
Okay, and
Cruz.
then maybe Modric, because I think Cruz is more tired out. I think maybe start Modric and then Cruz comes on later.
Cruz doesn't get tired because he doesn't run a lot.
He
He
doesn't
just
get.
stays put.
I think to
Mm.
match the beginning energy of Barcelona, because a lot of them are young. A lot of them are gonna be like moving the ball fast.
So you're gonna
Try
put
to get the
for-
most out of Modric in the beginning, and then if they do need Cruz, he's
Why
there.
not the other way around?
I think Cruz can be more crucial in better passes and assists.
But I think Cruz controls the game from the get go. Modric is more of a sprays these long balls. Cruz is just like machine making, like oiling up everybody.
I mean that worked against City, but would it work against Barcelona?
Okay, so anyways, Camavinga,
So Camavinga and then Modric,
Modric, Bellingham.
and then Bellingham. Yeah,
That guy is nuts. Okay. Vinny, Rodri, and
Vinny, Rodri, and
Bellingham is striker.
no wait, it's 4-4-2. 4-4-2. They'd put a second.
oh, Valverde.
They put Valverde as well, and then Bellingham is more like center attack, so he's closer to.
Yeah, but you end up always having.
Yeah, usually it ends up being like 4-3-3, but
Yeah.
I mean like that's the way that it's. Put
That's
on
the
paper.
beautiful thing with Madrid is like they have a coach who just lets them do what they do.
Free play.
Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
style that works for Madrid right now. For the past.
Always, even like Zidane, same thing. He just like lets them.
Yeah. But Zidane continue like that's just how this generation it works for them like that, because like every team does this where they say, okay, we're gonna let you guys control the game, and we're gonna hit you on the counter,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll make sure we'll count on our guys to make those individual decisions to escape pressure and counter you on the right moments. But Madrid has the best players in the world doing that function. They're gonna do it the best way.
Yeah.
So it ends up converted. It converts to a goal or converts to a 1-0 or a 2-1.
Yeah.
So that works. Literally every team does that. Sunday league,
Mm-hmm.
kids, everybody does
Yeah.
that. Everybody does counterattack. But not everyone has the best players. Not only the best players, they're also been together for so long and they're so homogeneous the way they do it. It works. So puts a fear factor in the other team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you got Vinicius there. Like
Rodrigo.
Yeah.
I feel like Rodrigo was more impactful in the City tie, because he scored.
He always
Two of the
plays well in
goals.
Champions League.
I mean, with City, this guy always performs. Now, like how many goals? 2 goals in the first 2 games. Then, I think
If you
4
would-
goals something.
if you would create a team, and you would pick the best nationality at doing something in each position,
Yeah.
where would you put? Okay, let me start it off with an easy, like example, like to build a team. Let's say you're building a goalkeeper, defender, and attackers.
Okay.
In my midfield, nobody does it better than a Spanish midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm saying, like that country produces the best midfielders who control the game. They have a
Okay.
tempo. So I would put a Spanish type midfielder in an all 11 best countries that produce that type of player.
Gotcha.
do
okay.
you get what I'm going with
yes.
this? Okay.
Yes.
So I would put, I don't know what you guys would put, but I would personally put a Spanish style formation in the middle.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the hard one.
Okay.
Who would be the country that produces the best goalies for you to put a goalkeeper? Because I thought about this and I couldn't think of a
That's a good
a
question.
goalkeeper.
I have one for goalkeepers, but I want to see what he says.
Okay.
Wow, that's hard.
Who would you put?
Germany.
Nah.
Who do you have? Neuer, Ter Stegen, okay. What's his name? Oliver Kahn.
From back in the day, Oliver Kahn, Lehmann. You know Lehmann?
Yeah, with the curly hair.
He was
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
world class
Bar-
as well.
Arsenal.
He was in
But
Arsenal,
Germany
yeah.
has always had 2 good goalkeepers, at least 2 good goalkeepers. I don't think you can say that about most countries.
I mean, you're probably
Brazil?
right. Yeah.
Who was Brazil's goalkeeper, second goalkeeper in
Dida.
2006?
2006.
Yeah. Dida was the main one. Who was the second one?
Julio
So you're saying
Cesar.
Lehman was?
Caesar was 2010.
You're saying Lehman was?
With
Oliver
Oliver Kahn?
Kahn's-
Yeah. Actually, Lehman started in 2006 World Cup and Oliver Kahn was the backup for him because he was older. And Oliver Kahn only started one game that World Cup and it was the third place game, a game they won against Portugal.
Mm.
So Lehman was actually the starter. But in 2002, Oliver Kahn was because he still had the, I guess you can say the age,
Yeah.
because he was like 32 during the 2002 World Cup. 32, 33.
Okay.
So keeper from Germany.
So keeper for me, Germany. I don't know if you guys agree, but
Who's
yeah.
your back line? I'm gonna argue this back line.
One of the center backs is gonna have to be from France.
No, it's
we gotta pick
all of them.
Oh,
a generation.
The best country to produce
as center backs,
Yeah.
defensive line. This is nice. This is gonna be fun.
France.
Wow,
I
that's
think.
good. You come up with good stuff.
I think France. Yeah. I could say Italy.
Okay, so the thing with Italy is, like, people have in their minds this period in time where football was played in a way where, like, you defend your goal
Yeah.
and you defend it with all your heart and passion,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how you start to build your team. You start to build from the defending part, and then, well, what Italy usually do is they counter you, and that's
Yeah.
how they score. They
Yeah.
don't produce the best attackers, but they produce the best defenders. But since we started falling in love with, well, I started falling in love with the game, it was a shift from that style of football into the Spanish way of building up,
Mm-hmm.
where your defender is no longer here; it's there in the middle of the line, in the middle of the half. Well, they build now, and then they go up as they build, and now they're standing in the middle of the half. Now they have to be running back with speed. They have to be technical. So you said Italian for the defending parts,
Uh-huh.
but is that defender also going to be good to build up? So you pick the Italy,
Uh-huh.
but are you only thinking of defending, or you think of a defender building?
Well, I think Italian defenders can also build. Like, if you watch, Maldini, he used to play as a left back, transferred into center back. He was a very good ball
But
playing.
what they were asked of on those times was different than what a defender is being asked of in this type of.
So are you asking me that the defender of that time, can they be put into like a system like Man City where you have
Yeah,
defenders?
can they do that? They can't do that.
I think they can. Why not? They're legendary players.
The
They can
legendary
definitely adapt
in
to
their
it.
own right in that certain style.
Yeah,
So
but
you would think that like a player like Maldini wouldn't be able to,
We'll never
get
know.
integrated. Exactly, we'll never know. But what are your opinion about it?
I
Who's your most?
I agree with Artie.
who-
I agree
who's-
with Artie.
Who's okay? Let me ask you a question. Who is the defender that you remember for being a great defender
Now we're in like
in general? Who you probably watched, like hopefully the one that you watched,
For you, probably Puyol.
no, I didn't see. That's exactly Puyol is a Spanish defender that would fit that Italian
Yeah.
style.
Yes.
Because you can picture when you picture Puyol, you picture like defending with all his heart, putting his head in
Yeah.
there.
He's an old school
Yeah,
defender.
like an old style defender. I don't like that type of defender. I want my defender to be like a Van Dyke, just
Yeah.
big, strong.
Okay. Can
No
play
matter if
ball,
he makes a mistake, he's still calm.
recovers. Yes.
Builds up. PK Ramos. That's my kind of defender. Ramos is a perfect hybrid in that
Yeah, I think so too.
he would defend
And
he can
attack,
build.
Yes.
But he's also rash. But
So I think
so back to your question.
Van Dijk is I would assume.
I mean now, yeah.
but in general, like
in general,
like, let me say this. For me, probably, if you ask me who's my most favorite defender, I'll probably say Puyol or Maldini. Probably Maldini because for me he was so good at AC Milan, and I watched all the games.
For me, because of my love for Real Madrid, obviously, like it's like came perfect timing with me. Ramos.
Ramos, okay.
Ramos, yeah, like as far back as I can remember,
Yeah.
he's
So,
a
like, you
Madrista.
see-
So
We watched these guys, and that's who we like as defenders. Who is it for you like that? And I'm talking just defender.
I'm
this,
trying
guy,
to. I'm trying
this
to.
guy's like a PK type of guy. He probably
Yeah,
likes
yeah, but I'm
PK.
trying to be fair to the question. I'm trying to. I'm not trying to pick the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm trying to picture all of the countries and what they've produced and trying to find a fair answer. When I was a kid, I liked Brazil, but I liked them for their attack, not for their defense.
I guess it depends. It depends the time.
I guess.
It may
so,
defend the
but
time. Like, look,
that's what I'm saying.
when you said the midfielders for Spain, you'd want that. I'd want that too, myself personally. Yeah,
Yeah.
for Spain. But right now, I don't feel like they're as fluid as the generation of like 2010 and 2012.
But the production of that Spanish footballer is still in effect.
But then,
But it's not as productive.
But
I
then
mean,
who is the best? Who has the best midfield then?
right now for me, I think it's France.
Name me 5 midfielders from France.
So, Camavinga, Chouameni,
Buddy, they're
Okay.
they're 20 years old.
Rabiot,
Okay.
Oh my god, this guy, Rabiot.
Rabiot.
No, stop.
Okay.
No.
Three. You name me 3.
Let's see. Tolisso.
This guy. Okay. I'm not gonna count that one.
Kante. He's. Did Kante retire?
Yes.
He retired.
What?
I don't think he's getting picked for French.
He's not
team.
getting picked, but I want to
No,
know
he's
if he
playing in Saudi. What
retired.
do you mean?
Yeah, but he's not gonna get.
No, I
picked
mean
for-
from the national
for
team.
national
We're
team.
not talking about the national team. We're
Brother,
not talking about
Kante
Saudi.
went to Saudi, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, we're going too far with this. Let's stick to like.
Yeah, the main question. But I just want to
Okay.
say that Pogba got banned. Let's say Kante and Pogba were still in that
Okay.
topic, then I would have said, yeah, okay, France has a good shot for best midfield. But now these guys are done. They're leaving. There's
I mean
There's
they reached
change
the
happening
they
in
reached the
France.
World Cup final, and they lost through penalties.
I think that there's still a change going to be happening in that squad.
Maybe yeah.
You asked me my defender,
Yes,
Thiago Silva.
that's a good answer because I think Thiago Silva would be my top 3. It would be Puyol, Ramos, and probably. Thiago
Okay,
Silva.
quick. Since you guys are big like Thiago Silva, can you name all the teams that Thiago Silva played for?
PSG, AC Milan, Chelsea, Leon. No, can't be. I don't know what team from Brazil did he come from.
Sao Paulo.
Are you sure?
Do you know or no?
No, I'm just telling because you said you're the one who looked up to him. So
yeah,
I'm
but
asking
I'm thinking of like the Brazilian legends.
the top teams.
Lucio.
Well, you named the main ones, I guess, like Milan and PSG and
Yeah.
Chelsea. Yeah.
Do you know the answers
Okay.
or for Thiago Silva or no?
No.
Okay.
It was just something because you guys
Okay.
brought him up. That's
So
all.
let's regress and go back to the main question. So our keeper is German.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our back line, let's agree. Let's take the Italian time period where there was a golden generation of Italian. Our midfielder is Spanish.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretending this is a 4-3-3.
Okay.
Okay. Now we move to our attack, and since attack is the most potent part of the game, that's where everybody falls in love with attackers and who scoring goals. That's the thing
Yeah.
that we love the most. We can divide the attack into countries that produce wingers and
Okay.
countries that
Oh,
produces
nice.
strikers.
Okay. So, but why didn't we do the same thing for like fullbacks?
Well, he wanted because it's more potent.
Because if you listen, if
No, I
you-
agree. You can
if
do
you
the
would have
same.
brought out fullbacks, I would have said England.
well, that way we just create
England,
like
Yes.
Bro,
dream
I'm not picking
teams.
England for nothing.
We just create like dream teams that way. We just say, okay, this is the perfect like fullback,
Yeah.
perfect center
Yeah.
back. Yeah. But
Okay.
Okay,
but,
no. I like what he said. Like a fullback can also be given its own.
Yeah.
it's
Like
full-
Italian center backs, sure. Boom, boom.
Italian fullbacks are dodgy.
Yeah,
it's not as potent.
no. Yeah, not as potent. Potent.
Yes,
Okay,
potent.
Okay, so do you want to do since you said the right backs and the left backs, so you guide us into victory
Remember
there.
the first episode?
Yeah. Portugal?
Okay.
Portugal.
No, the France national team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
somewhere.
France.
Yeah.
Green.
All right.
Shout
So
out
what's already picking
Already
the
picking
fullbacks?
the right
Or the
backs
center
and the
backs?
left backs.
Okay. So
I mean, are they separate or are we putting them?
No,
in
we can
bundles?
put them in one thing.
no,
country.
we can put them
Well,
together.
I think looking at the history and currently, English team has very good fullbacks in my opinion. I mean, and they have abundance of them. You have Trent, you have Reece James when he's healthy, you have
We're talking now, right? We're taking squads now.
We picked
In-
Italy. How is
in-
Italy now? Spain overall.
Oh,
We're
okay,
picking-
okay. Okay, like overall, okay.
Pick Germany. We're talking about this. Oliver Kahn.
Okay, yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, like because no, I'm just saying that because he said England, but like okay, the England back in the days have they always been producing good
Well,
right
that's
backs?
his
and-
idea now. He's focusing on England now.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
Now
like
you can counter and say, okay, what about in the past? Because you gotta take this in a
Stretch it
longer.
out.
Yeah, because if you look at Spain, you stretch it out as much as you can. They've always produced, not always, like since we started watching football. It's
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
when we're
pretty
counting
much.
This,
Yeah.
when we're counting this. But you're saying England. I mean, I would personally not put any England player in a dream 11.
What? Why?
English players, man, they're very about efficiency, productivity. They don't put their emotions in it.
Not even
They're-
Kyle Walker.
Yeah, but that's one guy. We need a whole array of production of players that you can put them there.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Hmm.
And they haven't won that much in the history as well.
They haven't. No, they haven't won nothing, man.
They
One
They haven't
World
won
Cup.
nothing in nothing.
One World
One
Cup.
World Cup.
Yeah, it's like 66, bro. We weren't even
Yeah, you
ideas
can't
that time.
disrespect
Was it
that. Then you
66
can
or
say the same
65?
thing about Uruguay too.
Was it 66 or 65?
66.
Okay.
Who would you put as fullbacks though?
Well, I'd put Brazilian.
See, I was saving Brazil for the wingers.
I know, but I was gonna save wingers for Argentina,
Really?
and the striker would be Brazilian. That's what I was gonna do.
Are you going off of what? One Ronaldo?
Adriano, Ronaldo,
Come on, you can't disrespect
Fabinho.
Adriano like that.
Fabinho.
Fabinho's a midfielder.
Fabinho?
No, Fabinho, the Brazilian guy, number 9.
Oh, he's right. He's right.
Yeah.
Luis
Yeah.
Fabiano.
Fabiano.
That's Fabiano,
My
bro.
boy, we went to school together,
yes,
man.
Sevilla,
Forgot about
yeah.
him.
Fabiano.
from Shakhtar Donetsk.
No, older.
Oh, older. No, that's another guy.
Rivaldo.
Rivaldo was a midfielder
Ronaldinho.
more though. Ronaldinho was
Ronaldinho's
a
a
winger.
winger.
Put Ronaldinho in the middle, man. He scored in the goal with Chelsea dancing in front of the penalty
I don't know,
box.
He was a midfielder that game.
I
Wasn't a
think
striker.
Brazil is Brazil's wingers.
A winger.
Yeah.
I mean, they've produced
They have some-
everywhere. To be honest, they're one of those
One of the
countries.
Garincha.
Pele.
Pele was a striker though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, he's saying
Ronaldinho.
striker. Yeah, he's right.
Okay, you're right.
Zico.
Zico, yeah.
What's his name? Carlos Alberto Pereira.
That's a right back.
Could have been a right back,
Yeah.
yeah.
Out of all the Brazilian strikers in history, though, there's only one that would be in your dream team 10 times.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. But like, look at Spain. Wouldn't you have like David Villa in one, and then maybe Fernando Torres in another one?
Mm.
What are you saying?
Maybe Spanish strikers have also had a good mark. Maybe a better mark than-
they're not as aggressive as the Brazilian strikers. The Brazilian strikers they're escaping hunger when they're scoring goals. Spanish guys, they're more
Not right now though. Not the current Brazil.
yeah.
I mean, it depends the times, right? It's not. They
I'm-
haven't always been
Listen,
that way.
you can even make an argument for Brazilians having one of the best midfields in general. They had so many good midfielders.
No, but when I think of a good midfield, I think of tacticians. They might have talented midfielders who can do things like Zidane, but I'm thinking of a midfielder who his brain can link up with the other guy's brain, and they can both create two brains that can run the same game. Spain is the best at that. Oh, by the way, I didn't say France either. I didn't include France.
Where and which combo?
See,
And,
I would
like-
say France for strikers.
No, I said France for midfield. Remember?
But we didn't put
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah. France for strikers too.
Yeah.
Giroud.
Giroud, Benzema.
Okay. Do you agree Argentina for wingers? I mean, Messi by himself.
who do? Yeah, okay, Messi.
Himself.
No.
He's by himself standing
By
there.
himself.
No, I'd pick Portugal.
Who?
Luis Figo,
Get out of here.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Rafael Leao,
Quaresma.
Ricardo Quaresma, Luis
Jota.
Nani. These are all Champions League winners. They're all good winners. What's wrong with these guys?
Garincha. Didn't they have Garincha?
No, Garincha was Brazil.
What's the Portuguese
Eusebio?
legend?
Can you
Eusebio, yeah. that
Can you
guy.
name me 4 Argentinian wingers that have won the Champions League?
Doesn't have to be won the
Di
Champions
Maria?
League. Could be legends like
Yeah, okay. Do you got?
Di Maria. Who was Messi?
I don't know.
Uh,
For
Tevez.
Tevez wasn't a winger. Tevez was a striker.
Tevez. You can put Tevez on the wing.
You could. It's like putting Ronaldo as a midfielder.
No, it's not.
It's like putting Ronaldo right.
Batista. Maradona.
But Bautista was a striker.
Maradona wasn't a winger, and Maradona has never won the Champions League.
Buddy, what Champions League? The cards here-
Maradona has not won
It's
the
not
Champions
just about
League.
the Champions League. We're talking about legends of
Okay, do you know?
No, I'm asking you guys because he put Argentina. I named 4 Champions League winning wingers from there. I just wanted him to see if he knew 4. That's all.
No, but his argument is that Messi clears.
That's his opinion on everything. Messi's everything to him.
Okay, but
It's normal for him.
but as a winger, you're telling me you're not gonna take Messi for a right wing? In general,
Over who?
10 times out of 10, you said you're gonna have a same striker, and you're gonna have the same.
I'd have Messi like 7 or 8 times out of the 10. Yeah, for sure.
Who would be the other?
2. I'd have to sit down and look at like historic
oh my God, Holland. We didn't put Holland there.
right wingers.
Holland?
Yeah.
Not Holland. Holland.
Holland? Oh, Holland, yeah.
Netherlands.
Whoa, see, you're talking about machines. That's Holland. Old
they were
Holland
in
team.
they were
a
in attack, I
machine.
think, but like back in the 80s. The Cruyff era, you know.
They were transitioning. They were the ones who transitioned the soccer because you had Cruyff coming in, and they started playing differently.
Yeah, different style.
You know,
How about this?
nobody from Belgium either.
Can't.
No, bro. But what's Belgium? What do they have that's like solid? They have Lukaku. They have De Bruyne.
Midfield?
Can we put a team from Africa for right back and left back?
Why not? Or striker even.
No.
Cote d'Ivoire.
A lot of good Argentinian.
Cameroon.
How are we gonna settle
Nigerian
this?
strikers.
Let's do the easy stuff.
Oh, we can't settle it. Everyone's gonna have their like own say.
Yeah,
on
but
it.
let's agree like a striker. Can we put Brazilian strikers?
Yeah.
So that the country that produces the best strikers in the middle will pick the Brazilian guys.
Okay.
Who we're gonna put on the wingers?
Portugal.
Okay, let's do it by numbers. How many wingers that are legends can you produce from Portugal? Name them. Like Ronaldo, Figo,
Quaresma.
Quaresma. We're gonna put him in the
Ronaldo,
same category.
Figo. I don't know.
Nani,
Do you know
Nani.
Roy Costa?
Yeah, Roy Costa. Okay,
Nani.
3.
Postiga.
Nani.
Nani is a legend.
Nani, yeah, he's considered a Portuguese legend.
Yeah. Ronaldo when he was a winger.
Who said
Postega.
it? Cristiano.
Postega, Helder
Who's
Postega.
Helder
He's their
Postega.
second or third all time
Who is Eusebio a striker or a winger?
No, he was a striker.
striker.
Okay, so 4. You take 4.
And then, well, no, there's more. There's more. Pepe is considered a legend.
Pepe.
Pepe, yeah.
Which Pepe?
Pepe, the defender.
Bro, we're talking about
He's
wingers.
talking
Oh,
about
yeah, my
wingers.
bad, my
This guy
bad.
should have slipped it in.
My
as if
bad,
we
my-
don't know.
my bad,
Just name
my
Portuguese
bad.
players
I mean,
now.
You can say Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo, I
Bernardo
mean, yeah,
Silva, yeah.
but he started off as a midfield. That's why I didn't name him. You have him because if you want him wingers, already also said Felix.
João Felix, yeah, you can.
Felix, he plays as
You
a.
would, not yet.
Already said
Okay,
that.
that's fine. But we can find 5 for Argentina. Easy. Messi,
Okay, yeah. Di
Maradona.
Maria.
Maradona.
No,
Maradona wasn't a
was
winger,
striker.
bro.
Maradona scored his legendary goal from the side of the field, just like Messi.
But he was a striker.
He wasn't playing in a winger position though.
Okay,
he got
okay.
it from
Who
there,
are
but
the
he
other
wasn't playing in a
wingers
winger
for Argentina?
position.
Come on, you said Maradona, Messi, Di Maria.
Tevez.
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 No, he's a winger.
No, he was a striker. Next is gonna be Higuain.
See that? I told you. This guy only
Batista.
Are you sure he's a
Batistuta. Sorry, Batistuta.
I think he was a midfielder. I don't think he was a winger.
Henry. Oh,
What Henry?
no. We're gonna do it as a transition. So you
No,
said
no.
Argentina for wingers,
Hold
but
on.
I think you can also argue for French team.
What,
for
wingers?
for wingers, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Well,
Henry,
Henry,
Anelka.
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
Anelka was a striker.
You can put Anelka on the wing, bro. He's fast. He's fast. This is hard.
Ribéry,
Ribéry. Current day, you have
Coman.
Coman as well. Dembele.
Oh, I don't know. If you consider the belly legendary, I think maybe he's working his way up there.
There's more. Bro, we gotta look this up.
The wingers for French.
Who are you looking up?
Wingers
For
for France. Henry.
And don't forget, Henry wasn't always a winger.
Yeah, but when he was in French team, he
Sometimes he
was.
was striker.
Okay. David Ginola, Frank Ribéry,
Mm-hmm.
Didier Six, Robert Pires,
Pires, yes.
Yuri Dorchkarev.
He played for Arsenal too.
He played for Monaco, PSG, Inter Milan. Dominique Ratichu. That's when the screen was black and white.
Back in the
And
day.
These are like the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Well, but now it's Mbappe as well, you know.
Mbappe, you have.
Platini. Was he a winger?
No,
I
he
think
was,
he was
a
a striker.
midfielder.
Okay. Okay. Griezmann.
Striker. Griezmann is striker. Leave it. Let's
Hold on, quickly.
Let's go back.
maximum.
let's
Maximum.
let's go back to Argentina.
Hold on. I'm done.
Name me those
Former-
wingers, buddy.
Lavezzi.
I'm surprised you didn't say
Lavezzi.
Messi.
Messi
Messi.
2009, but 2013.
Messi 2021.
The top 3 Messis, which seasons? Go right now. Top 3.
2009,
Uh-huh.
14, 15.
Uh-huh.
World Cup Messi.
Season, not a competition. Season.
2013, 2009.
You said 2009 and then 2015. Where did 2013
I
come from?
remember he scored 91 goals in 2013.
That was in 2012.
12, 13.
12-13, yeah, but most of the goals were during 11-12.
Yeah. Okay, so let's settle this. Who's gonna be? This question has become.
it's too
It's
complex,
slump-
yeah.
It's a bird.
Maybe let's go back to
Slumping now.
Clasico.
Slumpy now. Let's just end it like this. You pick yours, I pick mine, and you pick yours.
for the whole team, right?
No, we agreed Spain, we agreed Italy, we agreed Germany for the keeper, we agreed strikers Brazilian. Now you can even duplicate the nationalities, but you gotta pick wingers, right backs, and left backs. Go.
Okay.
You pick
Uh,
Portugal wingers.
Wingers, I'll pick Portugal. Yes.
You just paying homage to Ronaldo. Is that why?
No, there's just a whole bunch. There's more of them.
No,
that-
but your guiding criteria is you want to fix it back to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo's the centerpiece, and you're trying to add all
no,
these.
no. There's a lot of good wingers.
Okay, who's your right backs and left backs?
Right backs and left backs. You said we can duplicate countries?
Sure.
Spain?
Iraq?
Spain?
Spain?
Spain, yeah. Do you remember Capdevilla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won the World Cup.
Yes, he was a starter. Yeah.
Jesus Navas.
Okay.
Jesus
We
Navas.
picked the
too.
spine. Now you got to pick the sides.
The wings.
The wings, left backs, right backs.
Your wings are Argentina, right?
Let's see what he says.
Okay.
I'll go after that.
I think that if we look historically, where did most of the top strikers come from? Which country besides Brazil also puts out very good strikers?
France.
So,
Wait, you picking strikers now?
well, who do we pick as a striker? Brazil?
No, we picked Brazil.
So this is my gripe. I think Brazil has better wingers than strikers.
Oh, you're trying to. Okay, so pick them for wingers too.
Mm.
But I want to have diversity, so
This guy thinks he's gonna play tomorrow. Like he's setting them up. Like tomorrow they're gonna come here and
because I treat it as a
Like a personal project.
I treat this question as like
Diversity
I'm the
and
coach.
equity.
You know, I'm setting up the team for tomorrow.
What would be fun? Something on the side. What would be fun for us to do one day is that we pick one player from each nationality to make a Dream 11, a different player from each. But that's for like later. That's for like a
That's actually a
different.
good one. That's a good one.
For like a different day, though. We'll do that. Yeah.
But also, side note, Uruguay been disrespected here because
Uruguay?
Why?
Uruguay because Uruguay has good strikers historically.
Don't make it complicated. We're just trying to find words for your wingers and your right backs and left backs.
Okay, my strikers are gonna be
Man wants to
French.
go to the washroom.
Which one?
My strikers are gonna be French. My wingers are Brazilian.
Okay.
My midfield is Spanish. My
Defender's Italian.
my defenders are Italian.
What about fullbacks?
My fullbacks are probably English.
English. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And my keepers put it in Germany.
My spine is German, Italian, Spanish, Brazilian, Argentinian, French.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you have in right wing in Argentina? It took him a minute.
Garnacho.
He stared at it for a second.
Garnacho.
What about left?
Di Maria.
Okay. Nice.
Whoa, where's Messi?
I'm joking, bro.
So okay, last thing. No, before you cap off, last thing. El Clasico predictions. So you said 2-2. You said 2-2 as well. I say 3-1 Real Madrid.
Vinicius won. Rodri won.
Vinny won.
Bellingham
Rodri won. Belly won. And then
Rafinha?
Lamal. No, Lamal.
Lamal?
Come on. We gave
It's
Rafinha.
Jamal, by the way. I
Three
talked to
goals.
some Spanish guys. They say Jamal. It's not
Jamal?
Yamal. It's Jamal.
Spanish guys from where?
From Spain. From Valencia.
Oh, they're actually okay.
Yeah, from
Lamine
Valencia.
Yamal.
Oh, I met people from there too. Funny enough. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Side note.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. We are the three guys who love to talk about soccer, and I hope you guys liked it today. My name is Zain. These are my friends Hamza and Artie, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.